should be on. Yep, now we're live. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight or watching this feed later. Um, Hoping all my players are here. I know that one person who's running a little behind. Okay. But up until then, have all of you have returned from your last mission out from the Vast, where you were both at Night Arch. Once thought lost, abandoned Starfinder vessel. Returned with the goods and wares and data for the society. Uh, and with the good work that you've done on that mission, you've been a few weeks of reprieve. So, um, let's talk about what each of your characters. Uh, Start with Alfie. Alfie, are you there?
Yes.
What is Alfie doing during has has some downtime?
Hmm. I guess I could try to do a profession again.
On um your online persona?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though I guess my character might not be annoying enough to be a popular video personality.
Oh, I'm sure your character's plenty annoying. So, go ahead and do a check for me.
At 26.
Pretty well. So you basically start scheduling out some recordings that you've made and putting them on the infosphere
I
on
think
your
my ghost
channel.
video was very popular.
Your which video?
The ghost one.
Oh, the ghost video. Yeah,
Bro.
the
Space ghost.
Dead Drift found on abandoned spaceship.
Yeah, it's like a combination of playing a horror game and
Yeah,
space
it's
ghost
pretty
world.
popular, but there's some little bit of lashback from the Lashunta community, not Lashunta, Kashatha community, that it's inappropriate to show a dead uh, Kashatha.
God damn it.
Very very topical there.
Yeah, yeah, right, because he just posted the video. Um,
Indeed.
so, but otherwise, your channel is doing really well. There's a lot more um, hits, recently now that you're kind of showing yourself as a public figure for the Starfinder Society, as a Starfinder member, like broadcasting, the Starfinder missions that you're going on and talking about the cool things that you all are doing. Um, you're kind of gaining in popularity and getting a lot of clicks and
Subscriptions.
a lot of views and a lot of Patreon subscriptions.
Yeah.
So,
You mean
uh,
Patreon.
what was that?
Patreon. It's like
Patreon,
Patreon but in space.
Patreon subscription. Exactly.
We should start that.
Uh, so we're in about um, uh, we'll say that you earn about 180 credits.
Yay.
So mostly it's a lot of video editing, uploading, kind of around the station. What is Gorbash doing during his downtime?
Going to the hospital. No, I'm joking.
You might want to see the hospital after your last mission.
Actually, yeah, I spent a few days in the hospital. Or
Yeah,
how long it takes for them to heal me.
yeah. They take you in for a few days with the medications and salves and everything that they kind of pump into you. They get you recovered and back to fighting form. Um, the doctor meets with you and checks you out. Says that you have a lot of scarring for even for a Vask warrior. It's body almost tougher rather than weaker. Pretty impressed.
Yeah.
So after a few days, you're discharged. You do anything after that, or you mostly just rest?
Rest. Probably hit shooting range a few times.
All right. Kills fighting form.
Vent off some stress.
There you go. Give me give me like 3 attack rolls.
Okay. Range attack rolls?
Yeah,
No, let's do 3 attack rolls.
or whatever kind of weapon you want to whatever you're practicing with.
There we go. Apparently, I get worse the more that I shoot.
uh, the first shot you get, it seems like a really impressive shot. Um, and you kind of get the attention of other people in the range. Next shot isn't as clean, but it still hits your target. And the last shot, you kind of are trying to trick shot too much. You're trying to show off a little bit too much and miss. And a couple of the guys and girls around you kind of giggle, cough under their breath to hide their laugh. But they continue on their shots. They're not no one's perfect on the range, right? That's why we're all here practicing, So they let it they kind of go back to what they were doing.
You suck.
All right, Eden, what are you doing during your downtime?
All right, so I decide to finally use those 3 pieces of glass that I gained from uh the the transporter
Oh yeah, the Yoski wing.
lady. Yeah, the Yoski. Yeah,
Okay, so you're gonna work on some of your art.
indeed.
Okay. Is your profession art, or would this be more
Yes,
kind
my profession is artist.
of?
That is
So
charisma.
go ahead and roll me.
All right.
So your
All right, so I have
initial
three.
your
I have 3 pieces, by the way.
yeah, your initial goal was to originally have all 3 pieces used in the original piece, but the way you started working with one, and you're not feeling as comfortable with it, so you decide to separate them into 3 individual works. Um, and this one you kind of use more of a learning to because it is a new material. Uh, it solidifies like glass, but it kind of melds in a um, uh, more liquid. It gets more liquid more quickly than you expected, so it was a little bit
Mhm.
harder to work with.
That's just a trial. It's
Yep,
just a
it was
trial.
just a trial
It's
piece. Doesn't come out quite to the way that you shaped it or originally intended it to be shaped, but it turns out okay. It's not your best work, but it turns out alright.
all right. All right. Here comes a masterpiece. All right. I got this trained. I know how to use it now.
Yeah, you're more
It's good.
flexed with it.
Okay. I suck at this. I am
So
a
you
terrible
try to
artist.
use less heat, and then it doesn't let you actually mold it as well anymore. It this piece I guess must have had a different composite to it, so it actually doesn't go as liquid. Kind of feeling off your game.
That
But
Yoski lied to me.
you're you kind of get you've worked with the material enough now though that I'm gonna give you a +2 to the
All right. Thank you.
yeah.
I'm gonna need it. All right. Okay. All right. I'm trained. I know this masterpiece. Here we go. Oh, thank God. My
Nice,
masterpiece.
nice. So what exactly do you make out of this last kind of glass? What shape it into, or what do you roll with the piece?
All right. So at first, initially, I had wanted to use all three pieces into a twisting form, like a DNA strand, kind of going up into the air. But since I can't do that right now, it is more of a translucent spiral that just kind of floats almost seemingly in the air with very little effort. The bottom seems like it would like break because it seems so top heavy, but it doesn't because it's so good because it's perfect.
Definitely found the optimum melting point for this shape. It so it's kind of its strongest points are where most glass would be kind of fragile or weak. Kind of physics defying spiraling piece into the air. That's really yeah, the first two pieces you get could try to scrap, or you probably get about 20 credits for each of them.
Okay.
This other piece probably get 420 for the one piece itself.
Cool.
Uh, Try to find a conduit for now.
Um, I was thinking of contacting that lady we've had at the Bug Planet. The not the bud, but I remember her being a dealer of art. Like she had her
Uh,
own art museum thing.
so um, yeah, uh, basically you'd have to go down to the Starfighter Society, like into the Floor Spire complex,
Hmm.
and probably head to um, data files, and contact Historia 7 or one of the other archivists in there, and see if they have anyone who is currently on the grounds there to send patients to, because they're not currently part of the Pact Worlds
Yeah.
network, but Starfinder site did say they were going to send people to that planet, so data files would probably be the best people to kind of have communications between Starfinder networks. Welcome to that. While you're doing that, D13, what are you doing?
I also checked myself into.
Also go to the hospital. All right. So you're there for a few days, um, and they're fixing you up. But one of the doctor comes in to talk to you, um, for a little bit. Kind of notice that you kind of down, distant, even for an ant. Kind of ask to see if everything's all right.
You don't know.
What was that?
You don't know me.
That's right, soldier. I don't know you, but uh, we've tried to engage with you a couple of times, and you just kind of responsive. Most want to talk about your last mission?
Where are you? Psychiatrist now? Just fix me up, Doc.
All right. Well, you should be ready to go by tomorrow. Check again, see if all your vitals are up. But if you do want to talk about anything, hard any. After you get discharged from the hospital, got
Hello.
a couple of weeks. Hi, Kat. What do you do while you're in the hospital, after you get out of the hospital, D13?
Hold on, you're really quiet. What?
I said hello, and I'm asking Mike what he wants to do once he's out of the hospital.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking to me.
I'm going to. I guess pick up an easy bounty.
Okay. So you
Catching.
try to find some bounty that can have you necessarily leaving the station. Absalom. Go ahead and roll me fashion check. Pretty good. So you find a pretty simple bounty. Um, someone who's been basically stealing files from their selling it off to their competitors. They had gone missing a few days ago. They figured out what they had been doing. To find them hidden in one of the lower decks of way to another. Um, Bring them in without any fight. They're combat person. But the bounty pays pretty well, about 300 credits for finding and collecting the person.
Easy money.
Easy. Boba,
Yep.
since returning from your last mission, you have a few weeks of downtime. Checking in with your character, seeing what you're doing.
I'm no longer dying.
You are no longer dying. You go into the hospital for a couple days, and check you out and the wonders of modern medicine.
Sweet.
So after you leave the hospital, what do you do?
I also want to go bounty hunting.
All right. Give me a profession check.
Sorry, I need to log in first. So why don't you skip me and come back?
Okay. Next person is John. Is John available?
Yeah.
All right. John, you. So Oank, you return from your mission, and you're given a few days of a few weeks time off.
I guess I'm gonna
You're
go.
echoing through Cat. Yeah. Go ahead, John.
I guess I'll do my professional thing, and I will present an article on the bug planet.
Okay. Who are you presenting it to?
I don't know. Is there some sort of academy, scientific journal?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll take it to them and see if I can get that published, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you're giving a talk that discusses the ins and outs of the published number of journals that are there, editors of journals, there's other scientists that are just interested in the work that are interested in the body, planet, couple that are interested in biology. Go ahead and give me. I guess are you doing on the species of people there, or are you doing on the planet itself? What are you doing it on?
Um, I guess the people.
So life science check.
Eesh, 14.
So you give what's considered, I guess, an introductory lecture that's kind of based on your knowledge of the biology of these people, biology, which is something that you kind of akin to Lashunta biology. A couple of Lashunta that kind of argue that with you, kind of have a little bit of a stumbling here and there, but you do get someone to publish your paper, and they're going to pay you credits to.
Yeesh, felt like I was back in undergrad.
Yeah, yeah, you did feel kind of the weight of the lights blaring down on you.
Did you just liken me to a bug?
Well, more the divergent biology.
Yeah.
And his androidian biology is loosely based off of
Toaster.
Lashunta anatomy. So,
Huh?
exactly.
Yeah, I don't think you ever picked up on that.
Um, and Boba, you are tracking somebody down. So you pick up.
Apparently not well.
You go for a mission that you thought would be a pretty, simple recovery mission, and you try to find somebody who uh, said that their daughter was missing. And when you get to the last known location, kind of follow this trail, and the the daughter turns. You get to a really seedy club, lower parts of Absalom Station. The uh, girl that is there that you meet versus like resistant doesn't want to go. Kind of like I don't really care. Let's just leave. And basically some her quote unquote boyfriend and bouncer dudes who may or may not be affiliated with the show up and get into a physical scrap. And even though you quickly make short work of these guys, she kind of slips out the back, and you try to track her down again. You find that she's left the station.
Could be worse.
Heard again.
I literally was just bracing myself to have you say, and you take blah 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 damage. Like,
Nah, not during a professional. This sucks. You wasted your time. All right. So, while you guys are all spread across the station in different places, as you're kind of reporting back to the person who looking for his daughter, uh, as Owank is finishing up signing a contract for publishing of his work, as E13 handing in the guy and getting credits, uh, as Eden is making sending off a message to the alien bug planet. Gorbash is finishing up getting his weapon after practicing in the range, and Alfie is about to hit send on a video. You all get a video message from Radisham of the Inquisitives. Asked you to meet him at the head office of the Lower Spire Complex, the office of the First Leader. Asked you to be there an hour or so. So some of you have to a little bit quicker. All attend?
Sure.
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah.
I forward the video to the doctor. And
So
then I attend.
what do you tag to it?
I just forward it.
Just forward the video. He sends back a message. It's like, why are you sending me this, D13?
So you mind your own business. This is my job. Your job is over there.
All right. I get the hint. All right. So, you guys are enter the First Seekers meeting room. It's lavish space with several lush couches and armchairs surrounding a wide, low table. First Seeker, Luwazi Elspo, uncharacteristically extravagant, having exchanged her typical station wear for a fashionable suit of a shade of copper that matches the Starfinder Society logo emblazoned on the table.
I want one.
Behind her stands the towering Vesk leader of the Inquisitive faction, wearing a suit of ceremonial armor. Wazi smiles and gestures. A pleasure to see you all. I've heard. Trust you've heard about my gala tonight.
No.
What?
Wait, what?
Listen.
Radisham, you didn't tell them about the gala? I didn't think it'd be important to tell them the specifics. John, you're so. Anyway, I'm having an important announcement to make. I decided to opportunity to entertain and impress representatives of various interests that have helped the society through our setbacks, issues with the Skyward Stars incident.
Say no more. Who do you want assassinated?
No, you misunderstand me.
Question.
Yes, Gorbash, is it? I'd like to know.
Yeah, it is Gorbash. So, just a quick reminder, what's the Scour Stars incident?
Kind of stares at you, and she looks around. Um, any of you know about the Skyward Stars incident?
little.
I mean, I totally do, but
We lost like a bunch of stuff, or the Starfinders lost a whole bunch of stuff in a uncharted region.
Yeah, people died or went missing or both. Got eaten. No one knows.
Oh boy.
You probably know.
Yes, being the first leader, I should definitely know. First seeker, I should definitely know what happened to the Starfinders.
Yep, like I said, nobody knows.
Here's what we do know. Previous first seeker took majority of the Starfinder fleet into a region of space known as the Scoured Stars. Less than a year ago, right before you all signed up, which is why we all assumed you did. Groundbreaking endeavor was not as groundbreaking or hopeful as we once assumed. The moment that they all traveled space, all communication was lost. I haven't been able to contact them since. The entire region has been sealed off behind some kind of force field. Disaster for the society. We lost most of our agents and our assets. Made it through only thanks to we are entertaining this gala tonight. Importance of why we must keep happy. Yes?
very
Sure.
important. Got it.
Alright, Alpha, you heard him. You gotta leave.
Good night, everybody.
That
Good
is
night,
why.
Alfie.
But because this gala is so important, that's why I want you there. Some shining stars of the newest Starfinder Society agents. I'd like to have you all mingle with the guests so they can see for themselves what you accomplish. Not a fancy thing, I'd just like you to be polite and talk about some of your experiences with the society so far.
No, I was about to pull out my fancy suit, but then she said it's not a fancy thing.
Like to dress up, you may, but it is not at all necessary. You are Starfinders. There's a certain air of excitement that comes along with armor and the gear.
I'll put on my fancy suit over the armor and the gear.
I'm sure I would love to see that.
Clown.
People we are hosting tonight are some government dignitaries, investors, corporate interests, and the like. Be sure to be on your best behavior. Also, don't be afraid to brag a bit. Our goal.
All right.
Radisham speaks up behind her and says, "Don't be stupid."
Oh, jeez. Yeah, definitely, Alfie.
Never.
Gotta
keep
go,
it,
buddy.
Alfie.
What?
He's actually looking at the rest of you because he already knows Alfie. Alfie is one of his agents.
Oh.
Well, then he should know.
He likes having Alfie as one of his agents, especially since he is on the infosphere so much.
Jeez.
Luwazi looks back over at Radisham and says, certainly there are people that we don't want to look foolish in front of. Not only these other people, but members within the society that we are trying to impress. Radisham speaks up. Events like this never go as planned. Wazi's contracted one of my merc outfits, the Obsidian, to provide security for the night. Make sure that if anything goes down, you're working with my agents rather than all of us tripping over one another. So stay alert. If anything happens, make sure you're talking to me about it rather than jumping in blind. Understand?
Just send me the com code.
First Seeker nods, picks up a data pad, I've singled out 5 guests who I would really like to make a impression with. These folks should be your priority tonight. So if you've compiled basic information about each of them here, start up in about an hour, so in the Skyreach room. Pulls up uh, a guest list. Show them to you now. The first is Iteration 117, Android Aspis Consortium. He's been central in petitioning the support the society. Ayaj, Gnome venture captain of the society already, and she oversees higher level operations. You've actually interacted with her already. Royo is a part of the Starfinder Society forum, elected member of the forum. He deals with more scholarly affairs and refers analog media to digital. Chris is a parasitic isopod who works for the Cersei Core Labs, corporate lobbyist, persuaded the corporation to invest in the society. Finally, Zoe, who is he is part of the Eoxian media empire, or he's the owner of the Eoxian media empire. He's undead from Eox. He's in a lot of media endeavors and is very interested in the society itself. Is there any other questions that you have before we go?
Can we go over what these people are, what we're doing with these people again? We're chatting them up.
Chat them up, talk about what you've done with the society so far and how it has been important to you. Tell them how great the society has been, despite the negative setbacks since the Scoured Stars. How they have helped us and we have helped them.
All right then.
Sounds easy enough.
Right.
And what's it got to do with the scouring stars, though? These people in general, like, what do they have to do with it?
They have all aided us in some way since the loss of many Starfinder lives and many resources. A big majority of Starfinders was sent into the Scoured Stars. None of them returning, we were on the brink of falling apart. Very important that we made these connections with these people and that we maintain them going forward.
Well, all right then.
Questions that you have before I send you on your way?
Are you sure you don't want to last chance?
Or am I sure I don't want what?
Anyone dead?
What?
Well, if something goes wrong and one really offends me, I'll be sure to let you know, Deetha. Alright, so she dismisses you. You guys have about an hour to prep however you want to, as well as your armor and weapons if you You can also wear cocktail dresses or fine suits. You can also take this time if you want to try to learn about any one of those individuals. Show up.
I want to wear a fancy dress.
So you're gonna wear. Wait, what are you asking about?
I want to wear a fancy dress.
Okie dokie.
I
So
want to wear a tux.
you guys wear some nicer regalia, dress in a nice tux. Um, I don't have a background that would finer clothing, so you might have to go purchase it.
I could spend some money on that.
How much money are you willing to spend on it, uh, Alfie?
Can 160 get me?
I could get you a basic tux, yeah.
Can I also get some cloth holsters?
I mean, it's not going to be tailored for you, but it'll be all right.
You can get your holsters will fit under the suit.
How much would it be for a tailored then?
Tailored tux will be about 500,
Yeah.
especially in an hour.
Off the rack is pretty good too.
Yeah, I'll spend my 160 that I had made from my video.
Okay. You only need to spend 150 of it.
Okay. Even better.
How much are you looking to spend on a dress? Boba.
500.
All right. You find some nice options. There's
Actually,
nice.
474.
Okay. There's a nice like simple cocktail dress that it's like a white cocktail dress that you could get for 200. There's a kind of violet colored cocktail dress that's 320. And there's a nice $400 dress. They have it in red and also uh, kind of bronzish gold color. But it's much more elaborate looking. About 400.
Okay, but what about the elaborate one in purple?
Could get them to do up the purple one. They're 75 credits would kind of match similar in the style, and they'd be adding some.
So 474 credits. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Okay. You have a kick-ass purple dress that suits your body type with the four arms on 2 legs. Kind of very fancy, very showy.
Can I use my persuasion on them to get a fancy clutch?
Absolutely. Give me a diplomacy check.
18.
Sure. Since you're spending this much money, they find a matching clutch that has the same color as the dress.
And will conveniently fit my crystal for my
Yep.
weapon.
Yep. Exactly. It'll fit that and your ID.
And a small laser pistol.
Yeah, you can get 1 pistol in.
Sweet.
It's no longer a clutch, now a small handbag.
Good enough.
All right. I know that. So three people that are dressed up so that as close to the nines as possible are Alfie, Boba, and Eden. What are the rest of you coming dressed in your armor or anything else?
The same thing, but with a bow tie.
My
Yeah, that's what
my
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna
armor.
put on armor with a bow tie.
I'll wear a bow tie too.
Okay.
I
Like,
wear whatever I do my presentations in, so I probably wear a bow tie looking like Bill Nye the Science Guy.
It actually looks very fitting on you. Something you're used to wearing.
actually, I was thinking of keeping my armor, but adding like I would assume a Solarian monk would have some sort of robe to
Okay,
wear, like a
that's
piece
true.
of Solarian armor, like Solarian robe to add on top of the armor.
All right.
That's something I was thinking I could add.
Yeah. So the robes that you wear, they uh, they kind of um, emit a very faint light themselves, the dress robes that the monks would wear have like some minor crystals built into them, kind of in various patterns, um, and they look like constellations of stars. So it's even though it's like a red or orange or yellow um, monk robes, they have constellations in them that have like little crystals that when the light goes dim, you kind of shine like a star field.
Sweet.
Kind of wear that over your armor. It feels you have to kind of fashion it a little bit to fit a little bit looser, so that your armor can fit under it. But it doesn't take that much.
Is it possible to wear just like a hood and a cape type of thing?
Yeah, sure.
I want that.
Right. So you guys get dressed up in your finest attire. I think Gorbash, if you didn't mention whether you're dressed up in any way or if you were coming just in your.
I think he said armor and a bow tie.
I'm just wearing my armor.
I
With a
know
bow tie on top.
D13 said armor and
Yeah.
bow tie. All right. So
I am
I
also
will
going to be
I
having
will
my
fall suit with that.
what was that, Boba?
I'm also going to be wearing a pashmina.
Okay. You finally got me. I don't know what that one is.
Oh, it's it's the scarf thing that you wrap around the top of your arms.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Can
So
I
that's what
can
that's
I
called.
possibly have like plate built into the back of that?
uh, I doubt you owned one already.
Mm,
So,
darn it.
uh, um, all right. So, you guys all show up to the gala.
So, question: is there room for my armor underneath my dress, or am I going to be out there pretty much defenseless?
What kind of armor were you wearing?
Uh, thin plate.
Uh,
Okay, good.
is that light armor?
That's a heavy armor.
It's heavy.
Heavy? Eh. Yeah, that's. I'd allow it. It
Sweet.
definitely looks odd. Um, like the dress is meant to like form fit the body type, and it's not. It doesn't give you the most like fashionable silhouette, but it definitely fits around the armor,
Sweet.
especially since you had it custom made.
I had it custom made for me with the armor on. We're good.
Right. Exactly. All right. So you guys go to another part of the So the another part of the Starfighter Society called the Skyreach Room. The lift doors open up to the Skyreach Room, which is a classy space made breathtaking by large windows set in the vaulted ceiling, providing a shining view of the Armada orbiting Solar Station and the galaxy beyond. Low stage with black skirting and a sleek podium overlooks the room far end of the hall. A dozen or so guests representing a surprising array of races mingling, while servers in sharp vests bring a variety of bizarre snacks and drinks. Curly-haired AV technician firing along one side of the stage. Ozzy stands at the other side via Lashuta Man. Guests that you all have in your journal all be seen kind of throughout the gala. First is I kind of see this kind of sitting off with some scholars off to the right. Also see missing.
Oh my god, he's a giant.
That guy's there. Right here.
Oh, is he? Oh, he is. You're right. I forgot he was at the. So, uh, uh, duration 11177 off. So, staying there, kind of keeping a couple ladies and one attendant, and you see a half elf man kind of half paying attention, talking with him. Also, Nyaji Nyaj is kind of stuck in the back, talking to a really tall half orc man. Oh, here's how this is gonna work. Your goal is to make a good impression on as many of the guests of note as possible. Um, so,
Oh god.
so you have to succeed at 4 skill checks against an NPC to earn influence over that NPC.
What's the skill check based on?
The individual. There's a general tier that I have that's set, but each individual might do better with certain things. So, mind. Um, Repeated tactics lose their effectiveness. So if you attempt to use a skill on someone that has already had that skill influenced on them, it's a -2 penalty to that. So let's say uh, Boba tries to do an influence, a diplomacy check on somebody. Um, Alfie couldn't turn around and do. He could turn around and do a diplomacy check again, but it'd be a -2 to repeat.
I'm not doing that.
And repeated failures often run the risk of offending the NPC, um, demonstrating some kind of incompetence. Um, after 3 attempts to influence a given NPC, yes, using the same skill, that skill no longer interests. So you each turn, so each player can attempt 1 check to influence a single guest during each rounds. They can use their action for a social round to attempt a skill check to aid another person, in place of attempting a skill check to influence the. That makes sense.
So when we help someone use the same skill they're using, right?
No. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Are we competing against each other?
okay.
Nope. You are working as a team. You're representatives of the society.
All right, can I take a
No
minute to
competition.
take a
All
minute
want
to
to look good.
sidereal influence myself?
I'm sorry. What was that?
I'm gonna take a minute to the whole sidereal influence thing.
Yeah. You might want to do that.
Oh, whoops! I rolled that.
But
Well,
you
whatever.
also might want to do that.
If you guys can help me, I could sleight of hand the pants off of anyone.
I'm
In a
attuning
good
to
way.
bluff.
Sorry, what did you do, Eden?
Sidereal influence.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Remember we have a skill booster out of combat. It increases our whatever skill you chose. But it's actually in the roll. But I guess we can use these rolls for that first roll. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Every time we attempt a skill check
So it's
of
not just
whatever
you
it is you
roll
chose.
once.
I don't know. What you chose.
Yeah. Do you remember what you picked for? Oh, I'm gonna also turn off this purple. Sorry. Um. Remember what you picked for
Gravity hold.
this? Well, the skills. There's like a skills section. I think you got it level 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Probably charisma, diplomacy.
Probably was diploma.
Let me see. Yeah, the photon would be diplomacy, culture, intimidate, medicine, survival.
It was
And
probably either bluff or diplomacy.
Yeah,
I don't
diplomacy
remember which one it
is.
was. I didn't realize I had to
Yeah.
keep track of that.
Yeah, because you
It's stuck forever. So you can look at the list and see which ones you want. I can give it to you one sec.
Well, I have the list open. I'm looking at it.
All right. But you can choose whichever one you want from those. You can
Oh.
choose 2. You can choose 1 graviton, 1 photon.
All right. If I can choose one graviton, one photon, then it's bluff and diplomacy are my 2.
Okay. So are you tuning to graviton or photon right now?
Graviton.
That'll be.
Yep.
Same for me.
Bullshit the hell out of this.
13 takes up a guard stance with the other cards. You guys kind of move about the room, find people to mingle with. Everyone give me an initiative check.
Are you kidding me?
I did not do terribly this time.
Man, my initiatives have been awful.
Did you mean to still have the we can only see part of the map thing?
Yes.
Okay.
You should be able to see the banquet hall. Can you see the banquet hall?
There's like half of it's missing.
You need to
Well,
move
you're
your character.
in the door.
Aha. Okay.
There you go. You should be able to see the entire banquet space.
I didn't realize you'd actually put us on there yet.
Alfie, what did you get?
A 9.
Boba, what did you get?
18.
$14. Oh wait, Kat,
So
do you have a +5 dex?
I believe so.
You should be wearing light armor.
I have a
She's got the
+5
feat that
dex.
gives her the bonus to her initiative checks.
No,
yeah,
that's
but-
right.
Oh, okay.
Like, I know you don't have the +5 dex.
Wait,
Alright.
what gets bonus to the initiative check? 'Cause I want-
Give me 1 second. It's one of my things that I picked up.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Improved initiative. That's what it was.
So, this is gonna just determine rounds and order. You guys can act out of turn in order to help each other if you would like to. So if someone is interacting with a particular NPC and they want to help out that person, you can certainly say, "Hey, I'm standing there. Also, I'd like to have my 2 cents." So you guys are more than welcome to do that. So don't feel like you're hard pressed to not act if it's not your turn. But I am going to use this to kind of keep track of turn order and number of attempts that you guys have done. And
All right.
Owunk, you kind of look around the room. Who do you first approach?
Alfie.
You approach Alfie.
Yep. Actually, I need Alfie. We need to talk to EO. But I need to, or Zio. So, I'm not saying
Oh!
anything, right? Zo.
No,
So,
it's Zo!
Yeah. But Alfie, we
That's smart.
Like your ratings are like with the Oxians. We need to sell that to Zo.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, I can barely hear you.
Zoe is part of the media. He wants media-worthy endeavors, and you may be one of those somehow. I'm gonna go over here. Let's just group up on him.
I was gonna say you guys distract him and I'll steal something from his wallet.
Seems like a fun guy. Get the hell out
Why?
of here.
No!
No!
Oh, okay. This isn't that kind of party?
No.
No! Have you been listening at all? We're trying to chat to these people, not mug them.
Yeah, I've been listening.
Technically, that'd be pickpocketing.
We need to get technical over the thievery. Alright, either way.
Not D&D party goes into a fancy party and not pickpocket anyone.
God, this is why we voted to kick you out of the group.
What?
What? Oh wait, no, I didn't say that.
Need to even talk. I just need to.
You mean the party? You mean the party?
The grenade
Yeah, I meant the party.
person?
No, Gorbash throws grenades.
No, I meant the grenade magnet.
Yes, Alfie is the grenade magnet.
Yeah, we need to keep him around for that.
There probably won't be any grenades at this dance party.
Alright,
Are you
so.
sure?
Gorbash just puts one back in his pocket.
So, from what I'm hearing, Oonk is taking Alfie and dragging him over to Zo. Zo. Is that right?
Zo!
So,
Speaking a Yoxian to him, be like, hey,
How you?
can I tell him my tales of heroism?
First, as you approach him, he's talking to this party, and they're like kind of group around him, and he says, "And that's when I said, that's not an undead penguin. That's my wife." And they all laugh and laugh and laugh.
Oh my
I also
God, I'm
laughed, by
going
the
to
way.
Going to shoot him.
And he looks over at Alf and he goes, "Ah, King Neon Lightning here from the stage. Nice to see you, sir. How you doing today?"
I'm doing pretty well.
And with your retinue of crew, I might add. You're Zero Onk or ONK, aren't you? Or Q is it?
It's Oonk.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Garbage, right?
This is Gorbash and Eden.
Right, right. So, what can I
Just
do
call
for
me
you gentlemen
Garbage?
today?
That is a very appropriate name. I actually like that. I'm going to start using that when I call him names. Thank you, Zoe.
Actually, it's pronounced Zo.
Zoe!
You got it.
No.
How are you gentlemen doing tonight?
Oh, we're good. We were just wondering how people on Eoxine are enjoying Alfie's show.
Well, I gotta say, the people of Eox are definitely loving it. They find him hilarious. That living human who's definitely trying to get himself onto the Eoxian planet, if you know what I mean.
I know, right? Every door he touches.
It just blows up. It's fantastic.
Oh man, that gives me an idea. We should make more doors blow up, Alfie. What do you think? Except I'm not talking to him in any common language.
Yeah, he did switch to Eoxian when you started talking to him in Eoxian, which kind of left everyone around him not like engaged. They're kind of like, what is happening right now? He didn't even notice he was doing it, so he's just like talking to you in Eoxian now. After a few beats, he kind of goes, "Oh, my apologies." Back in common. We were just having an exchange of interest in future endeavors. Kind of gives a smile to Oang. Isn't that right, my friend?
Yes. Oh, sorry, was that me? I thought you was asking my friends to everyone.
He's talking to you. He was talking to everyone, but then was getting confirmation with you about what you were talking about.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. Just wondering if we can do more shows for you.
Oh, what kind of shows are you thinking of?
I'm thinking more cameras on Alfie, maybe follow Gorbash some. Show more of what the Starfinders can do. Maybe we could even talk to other crews about getting more cameras out there.
Alright, I'm gonna need a check.
I have
Hey.
no idea.
How crazy would it be if we had got someone to throw some plates in the air and I shoot them? Or is that too much?
Or maybe you could be aiding Alfie and setting him up. I don't know.
Yeah, but I hate
Wait,
Alfie.
does one person have to succeed, or do we all have to succeed on each one?
You need 4 successes per person before the end of 4 rounds.
Okay, so what, 16 successes?
If you want
Yeah,
to get
so basically every
wanna get
round if we
everyone.
focus on one guy.
Okay. All right, well,
Yep.
I can help out
20 actually.
somebody's role, I guess. Oh, 20, right. Oh, right. There's so
So what type of role do you want? Culture?
Whatever you think. Well, culture might be a good way to do that. Yeah. Selling point talking about would be interest in the Eoxian culture and like what their interest might be.
Cool. So anyone want to assist with that?
with culture,
If you
do we have to roll culture?
I think the help the aid another person does require a roll, but it's a lower tier. It's only a DC 10.
Okay.
But if we help,
If you
doesn't that
if
mean
you
we
do
can-
help with this though, that will take your turn for this round.
Oh, Never mind.
And I think this is a great one for Alfie to throw in on,
Wait, why?
because we're gonna make a good check on this guy and
Well-
something good for you.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I could do.
So we need to succeed as a group 4 times on each one of these people?
Yep.
Okay.
Gain their
Gotcha. I have 0 culture. It's a
Alright.
trained skill, so I can't even use it.
I guess I'll be throwing culture alone.
right.
21.
You did fine.
How long was it? I like the cut of your jib. You got some good interest there. You know how to speak to the Oxian people. Have you ever thought about management?
That's what I do for this crew, pretty much.
Well, I can definitely tell from Mr. Fletcher's videos here that you're definitely a man of management and style. So I think we should definitely do some more talking. But enough about me. Let's talk to these other folks here. All right. So we're gonna cut away to Boba. Boba, what are you doing? First round of hobnobbing. It doesn't have to be with Zoe. It could be with anybody.
I was looking at that. I'm trying to figure out who would be the best person for my skills to head up with. Well, considering I'm working for Historia, probably Royo.
Yeah, you could definitely go to Royal.
Yeah, let's go with Royo.
Okay. So you step over to Royo at the bottom of the
This one?
and he's talking with some other individuals, seeming people of like higher intellect, people who are kind of fellow researchers, and one of them kind of seems to be sitting back from the conversation a little bit. Like he jumps in every once in a while, but mostly it's some other people debating amongst this group. One of them will say, "But I wonder why it was none of the gods had mentioned the drift before as a plane of existence. Perhaps none of them thought it important to us. Such a quick way to travel around. Well, they didn't even think about travel for us. They had only thought about travel on their own planes, and it was much quicker to travel by their own means." And then Royal seems to jump in. Ryun bring it to us. It's an interesting development that a 3-part AI would ascend to godhood, then want to be benevolent to its living being, not even fellow ones. Kind of notices you standing behind him, and he kind of over. He says, "Yes, young one."
Maybe they don't consider it a plane at all.
Why is that?
I mean, a plane would theoretically have very definitive qualifications, and for gods, they may consider it more of a stepping stone or a wormhole than an actual plane.
I had not considered that viewpoint. But travel through it, we exist amongst it. How would you then distinguish a avenue from an avenue of travel such as a wormhole from a plane of existence then?
Well, the plane of existence theoretically would have no end and beginning, whereas I believe that it does have a beginning and end, like a way to get in and a way to leave.
That would definitely take changes into some mathematical theorems. What did you say your name was again?
Boba?
Oreo. Nice to meet you, Boba. You are a member of the Starfinders.
Correct. I work for Historia.
Oh. It's kind of cold, but well, I will try to hold that against you.
Oh, I hope not if you don't like her.
And what brought you to the data files in Historia?
Well, I like knowledge. I like learning.
Admirable qualities. And
Can I
go ahead?
can I roll a bluff check and be like, yeah, me and Historia don't get along very well,
Sure.
to see if I can get his good graces back. And that's a +6 because of my roll 1d6 earlier.
Oh. Uh. Then yeah. You. Ah. Well, who could get along with that one, really? I imagine that your requirement to work with Historia is merely due to her leadership of the data files and not necessarily your interest in her preferences of computer-based research.
I don't really believe in any one way of research.
Well, smart position to put yourself in, young lady. Have a seat. Join.
I believe that I will.
Right. So you sit down. We'll go to Eden next. Eden.
Well, since I'm right beside Zoe, figured I might as well try for him. So,
So,
I didn't mean to roll that. I thought testing macro would let me just test the macro.
nope. It rolls it.
Damn it. All right.
That's what testing is.
Because Boba
Indeed.
is votes, not you.
All right, so I didn't actually want to roll.
And you get the bad one out of the way anyway.
That's right.
So what do you
Alright.
say to Zoe?
All right, Zoe. All right, look here, buddy. All right, like I'm thinking of maybe a spin-off series with me. I mean, I know I'm the popular one of the group out of Alfie. He's always the one getting attacked. It's great, but there's a whole cast behind Alfie helping him out, and I think you might want to follow one of us too, like me.
Well, that's interesting, Eden, was it?
That's right.
That's interesting, but the way that Alfie shoots, he's really the star of his show. And you guys kind of
Well,
show up once in a while.
well, I mean, he is the star of his own show because he's, of course, the guy with the cameras. He is in the center field. It's kind of hard to tell that while he's usually doing his random things where he leaves the battles and it's no fun. Like he sometimes comes in and does things randomly,
So,
but most of the time he's doing some crazy things.
so it sounds
But
to
but
me like you're pitching more of a hard-won battlefield story where you're kicking the bad guys' butts and overcoming evil. Is that more the sales pitch of it?
that's exactly what I'm saying. So you want to be right here in the battle, then you go with me because I'm right there in front of the guy attacking, doing the combat. If that's what you want, that's who you think will draw the viewers. I think that's gonna be me.
Well, let me see what you got, young man.
All right, okay. I'm gonna
Show me
roll.
what you got.
Show me what. Okay, that I add the bluff. I made a macro just for this. I didn't even add it to the box. Ah, there we go. And I'm gonna take the +4 from before.
Okay. And
So
what
24.
are you doing?
Hmm?
Is this a bluff?
Yeah, it's a bluff check.
Okay. Uh,
I'm
okay,
bluffing.
how are you using this bluff to impress him? What are you trying to do?
Well, I was totally faking the whole I'm gonna wear a camera for you, bring in the viewers, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Although it sounds real legit because it would totally work. I mean, let's be honest here. That'd be so much better.
All right. Um, great. Uh, so he goes, well, I think I can see some star material out of you. It'd definitely be a very different show, as you said, a spin-off of sorts. Yeah, spin-off's a little hard, not don't always do so well, but you, I see it. I see the star power, the
I
star
mean,
finder power, if you know what I mean.
hey, you see literal star material out of me. Look at this.
Wow, now that's a show. Look at that.
That's right.
It'd be like Space Frasier to Space Cheers.
More like, no, I don't have a good analogy. There's many spin-offs aren't good.
Yeah, you need a spin-off that is better than the original.
And he kind of pulls someone else in and says, "Have you seen this guy?" And he seems pretty impressed.
I take out my moat and start making it all glowy.
Don't give away all the trick, kid. All right, so we're gonna switch over to D13. D13, what are you doing? Uh, for the time being.
I'll go up to this table since, uh, but with that just already there, I'm
Okay.
like, I'll just go up and
Feet. Boba feet.
whatever, Boba.
I think we should all be happy he doesn't snipe someone in the face.
Ha ha ha.
So Boba, you see D13 approaching your table, and
Hope you're enjoying your time. Make sure you still stay to the end. I put a bullet down in front of the guy, and I pull a Batman and just kind of disappear.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck was that?
You guys will also see at the
Can I
end.
respond to that? Like, are we in turn order?
No, you can respond to that. Yeah, you can make commentary on that if you'd like.
I go, oh, he has placed before you some ammunition. He must revere you greatly.
What do you mean?
I swear he would not, he would cut off his own arm before giving anyone ammunition.
Is quite the sign, and disappeared without a trace. Oh wait, he's over there. Still, yet impressive.
He's so shy he can't even face you.
Well, I am quite the imposing presence, as you can see. And he points down to his small stature.
He must have been terrified of you to run away.
Well, tell me more about this unwillingness to give up any ammunition. And we'll cut away. D13, where do you slink off to?
Just away.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That, weirdly worked. um, uh, Alfie Fletcher.
Yes.
Currently, Eden is kind of stealing some of your spotlight out from. So,
Yep.
what do you decide to do?
You can't see it, but I'm going with my head left and right, like wiggling it. That's like, taunting him.
So Alfie, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Do you keep talking to Zoe? Do you go to a different um, person? What do you do?
I'm trying to think.
Want Gorbash to go first so you can take that time to think?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Gorbash, what do you like to do with your turn?
Oh boy, let's see. Let's check here. Hey. No, I'm gonna go to another table so we can start spreading this out. You said we have 4 rounds to get 4 on everyone?
To try to get um, four gets influence from the person.
Okay. Oh boy. I'm gonna go
Wait, so we have to
over.
talk to them for 4 rounds in a row?
No, we're
Have
supposed.
4 rounds of time.
So however many people we happen to talk to in that time.
Right.
Okay.
More influence you get,
And
the
yet-
better.
Okay. I'm gonna go over here by Nyaj.
Ayaj.
All right. I'm gonna go over that table.
Gorbash. I
It's
take it
good
you're
to see you
recovering
again
well
as well,
from
Nyaj.
the mission I sent you on.
I've covered quite well. A few scars, but nothing permanent or debilitating.
That's good. All the able-bodied.
Yes, I know. It's unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
So, what are your thoughts on the banquet so far?
Wait, sorry. I didn't hear the first part of that.
So, what are your thoughts on the banquet so far?
It's okay. Food's good.
Yeah, it's eclectic food for sure. So eat one of everything at this point. Pretty impressive since he won't shut up.
Wait, what did you say? Won't shut up?
Zoe, that the Oxyan over there.
Oh yeah, he is very objecting. But I kind of had to move away a little bit. Pretty sure he said I. Pretty sure he called me garbage.
Kind of funny.
Oh, thank you.
Well, it's pretty close to your name. It's written in common. Based on your success in the last mission, I wouldn't say you're garbage.
I say I did. We've been doing pretty well in the last few missions so far.
You did get the weapons back, or weapons retrieved. Sent you to. Come on. What was that with the head of the Zerzier house?
Wait, what was that?
The,
Oh,
the
the
contact that I gave you? You really thought that was a good exchange that you had there?
no, that was not a good exchange. I will admit that. We do need to work on our diplomatic skills a bit. I do agree with you.
This this as an opportunity.
That is true. I feel that that's what some of us are doing right now, trying to increase our abilities to socialize with others without what would the expression be? Dropping the ball.
Important to have a good pilot or gunner at the helm, but being able to talk your way out of a firefight, important thing before and prevent all damage beforehand. That in mind.
Exactly. Wait, you didn't hear about our what happened after the weapons? Avoiding avoiding damage to our ship thanks to our charismatic captain. Yes.
Kind of looks over the gala over at Shatha Captain Boba. You're gonna have to tell me more
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. Uh, a Vest ship wanted to fight over claim over the what was that ship? The Shattered Scholar. Yeah, yeah. We started a few shots at each other, but then our captain decided to hail him and gave him some very rousing words. It touched him so much that he called off the fight and actually joined us in salvaging of the ship.
I had you all misjudged as a bunch of meatheads. Good to know that you're not as useless as you all look. Gorbash. She kind of like smirks at you. Right. So, we're actually gonna jump to Lightning.
I don't know. I feel like everyone else knocked the winds out of my sails here, so
What would you want to have done if no one had knocked the winds out of your sails, as you said? What was your original intention? Get some Jeopardy music for you, okay? Okay.
hey, I don't know.
I thought I
You
cut out
you
for a
doing
second.
okay, Pip? You doing all right?
I'm just tired.
Yeah.
Maybe I just do a video personality roll check.
Okay. So you try to talk to Zoe about your uh, channel and like how to do some more marketing on it, and he gives you some kind of generic tip. Doesn't actually talk to you too much about it, and kind of goes back to trying to entertain the crowd of people around him. Mostly kind of questions or comments. And Owag,
Uh, did I see D13 doing what he did?
give me a perception check. No.
My
Oh.
God.
All you see is D13 like walking through the room. You see Boba and uh, Royo talking.
Yeah, it's probably something I should move in on.
So you leave the conversation with Zoe and head over to Royo.
Yep.
Ah, and is this another one of your compatriots?
Do I need to respond to that?
I mean, he's asking you.
Okay. I don't know how this playing out of turn thing is going on.
The
Okay.
turn thing is just so I know, like, you guys have acted in a round or not.
Okay. Yeah, this is one of my shipmates. This is Oonk.
Ah,
He's been hanging out with us. Look! D13 left him a present!
Is that one of his sniper rounds?
It is! I've been telling him how he must be a honored guest in order to have gotten that.
I'm curious. I just did a couple months ago a presentation on D13 and his theories of ammo conservation.
that. I'm not sure I heard that speech. I think I must have been off station at the time.
Please.
Tell me more about it.
Oh no, it was small. But as part of the Starfinders, I find it my mission to go out and seek knowledge, and sometimes that knowledge happens to be studying your own crewmates, like D13. His origins are kind of mysterious. Actually, our captain's kind of mysterious herself.
Yes, Kashatha Solarian, who is well versed in the ins and outs of drift travel and its philosophical origins. It's pretty interesting.
Indeed, I wish I could study that even more for the Starfinders. I actually joined up with the Wayfinders for the mission of going out and actually seeking knowledge and expanding our scholastic learning.
And what would you say is your core focus of study?
The physical sciences of space.
He starts to quiz you on some physical science knowledge. Give me a physical science check.
28. And anything on physical science, the DC is reduced by 5.
Nice. Um, yeah, he's actually exactly asking you for recalling knowledge. So you succeed in such a way that I'll actually give you successes for this.
Oh, yeah.
He's quite impressed with the three of you. Um, he gives you harder and harder things, and like doesn't it seems unable to actually stump you. And harder and harder subjects, and he's very impressed and well taken with you. And at least you're not working with that horrible Historia 7. And some of the other scientists around the table chuckle.
Yes, no, sitting around simply reading the data wasn't for me. I need to go out and get it. That's why, with the Starfinders, and why we're out there.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting with the both. I think I'm going to take us some. I hope we talk again later.
Sure.
I
I'm
hope so too.
Awesome. So he gets up to leave.
Does he take the bullet with him?
He does take the bullet with him, and he kind of, as he's walking away, he's kind of like fiddling with it and looking at it, kind of pondering to himself. What do you do now, Boba?
All right, so quick question.
Uh-huh.
Do I get some influence from them talking about me over there?
You might be able to take advantage of that.
Okay, but I don't just automatically get it?
No.
considering they're like talking about me and.
You have succeeded in getting an influence. Gorbash has succeeded in getting an influence with her already. That conversation.
Okay, so I need to go for somebody that none of my teammates have talked to.
If you would like to spread it around, you certainly can.
It's better to, I would assume, to get the at least 4 successes on one person.
Is that like? Is it better to pile it all on one person, or is it better to like go around and talk?
So you need to get 4 threshold to max out the influence of a person to like get their favor.
Okay.
So if you want to make sure you get that influence out of some people, that could be a thing that you want to do. Try and focus on one at a time. Or if you think you can try to spread it out a little bit and hope to get that 4 in the number of rounds.
Okay, so Royal currently has 3.
Royo has 4. I gave him
Oh, he
2
has
actually
4?
for Owen.
Oh, gotcha. That's what you meant by him giving you 2.
Yep.
Okay. So then this
Royo's
guy
succeeded.
has 2.
Yep.
And then does this person have any?
She has 1. Gorbash.
Okay. And then the rest of them we haven't talked to yet.
Correct.
All right. Oh, look, who's that other person you were talking to? Is it this person?
Yeah, so
Okay.
Oh,
And he has 3. Cool.
Two.
he has 2.
2. Okay. Well, it's going to be really easy to max out Zoe first.
That?
Yeah.
So,
I just kind of like wander over and I'm like, you were pointing at me. What's up?
our beloved captain. How you doing today, miss?
Very good. And yourself? And I do a little salute with 2 of my arms.
Isn't she precious? Isn't she precious? This is the kind of star power we need with the Starfinders. Starfinder power, am I right?
I do a little magical girl stance. Starfinder power!
Give me either an athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh.
You can pick the better, which one's better for you. But you
Athletics or acrobatics?
Yep.
Okay. Not terrible. $12.
Well, that was cute. Not the most elegant thing, but we can work on that. We can work on that. Who doesn't need extra training in Hollywood? Am I right?
Can I like smile winningly at him and use my charisma diplomacy?
Yeah. So you're gonna switch diplomacy and try to more of a stunning face.
I don't know. 12, but hold on. Why is it not letting me type? Okay, so 15.
And we can work on that personality a little bit too. But no, you're great kid. I love you. Wonderful. You know, you'd be great in Eden's new project.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're gonna do more of an action thing, you know, because with Alfie it's been more of an action comedy, and with Eden we're thinking more action drama, serious, dark, gritty. Maybe we can have you as the I don't know, love interest or something.
How about plucky sidekick?
Yeah, love interest, plucky sidekick. We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it. All right. He continues to kind of prattle on with his new ideas. And we'll switch over to Eden. can either continue this conversation or move to someone else.
Well, question: did he get any more influence?
He did not.
Oh,
Not seem quite as impressed.
okay.
He's a tough cookie. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to. Like, should I keep going on him?
Got 2 out of 4.
I guess might as well keep going with the favor I have. Can I do another bluff check on him?
It will be at a -2.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, -2 is fine. I mean, I get a plus whatever anyway.
Well, good luck, because I'm rolling like 3s and 4s.
All right.
Nice.
Hmm.
Michael.
All right, I'll do another bluff check.
How are you using this bluff before you roll it?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Already gave him the idea. I don't know.
Why not both? Sidekick.
Huh?
It's like
Right.
sidekick and love interest.
Sidekick and love interest. All right. Maybe I can use the thing. But okay, maybe I'll try to play off of Boba's and try to succeed from there.
Okay.
Be like, well, Boba's actually pretty good. She's a great combat, great captain. I think she'll make a really good addition to the show. Nafi, I think she's pretty great in general. I'm bluffing, by the way.
Fuck you.
Okay. Give me a bluff check with a -2.
Let's see if this works. Oh,
So 21.
and then, 21, and then the sidereal influence.
Okay.
Like, +3, so 24.
All right. You know what, kid? If you say she's in and she's good, she's in and she's good. I like this guy's charisma, right? The spunk on this guy.
You know.
So let's talk detail. Hey, where'd your manager go? We don't need him. I'll be your manager. It'll be fine. All right, D13. You're wandering around the gala. What do you do, D13? Mike?
Are you muted?
Not be there. Might be dead. Please don't be dead.
Could you imagine the Twitch follower counts if you?
Hey, welcome back. You're up.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, people moved around the room. Damn.
Yeah, they did.
Just so you know, we maxed. I don't know if you're here for it. We maxed out the on the Rio capper.
Actually, I gotta talk to this guy. He was just at the food table, right?
Yeah.
So he has like holding like some sort of like food, right?
Yeah,
Some sort of
yeah.
food.
He has a
Yeah.
small plate of some stuff.
Just so you know, Zoe is 1 away from being complete.
Okay. Well, I'm talking to this guy.
Okay. That's iteration 177.
All right. I go over like, hey, can I have that apple on your plate?
Oh, sure. Here.
Thank you. You won't be disappointed, I promise. Are you a fan of King Neon Lightning?
Um, I'm sorry, I'm not sure I'm familiar.
It's okay, me either.
But
What's
you brought him up.
yes, because you stay to the end. There's a special surprise, and I backflip out.
Um, Arvin, that one was weird. Was and Venture Captain Arvin just kind of shakes his head. Strange fellow.
Oh, can't leave.
Hmm.
Okay. Gorbash.
All right. Let's see here. I guess I'm gonna stay over here. Get my person. Let's see. Here. You know what other skills are need? I feel are needed too. Not just being able to talk your way out, hit something with a stick, or shoot a gun.
What's that?
Survival skills. Survival skills as well. I feel like they can. Those are also pretty important for Starfighter to survive on all the different planets. Because you never run into the same thing twice. You said you've seen it all.
Certainly have. And you're right. Survival is key. Know what to do. In worse circumstances, and I'm certainly hope that you and your team can survive many more battles to come. Or finders like you. Have you been working on your survival techniques?
Oh, yeah. I would say being in the Veskarian military for a little bit helped me develop some skills.
Survival is a skill, right?
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Okay.
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. Uh, so she starts asking about some of the techniques that you learned while in the Veskarian.
I
Survival
already
check.
know what. All right. Show 22.
Wow, those are quite impressive. And made all that work with a little more than your data pad and some twigs.
Exactly.
Well, I can't say that you aren't ingenuitive. You know, you should really look into engineering as another skill set. Might be really.
I've learned a little, but I feel like watching some of my crewmates might help me with.
Certainly take up any opportunity you can to learn whatever you can. Every skill is useful for every starfinder. Can't just be focused on our one thing. You have to be flexible.
I full-heartedly agree with you on that.
Awesome. Another one for her. Pip, how you feeling, buddy? Doing okay?
He's not here.
Did Pip leave us?
Yeah, that disconnect with Pip
I didn't
earlier.
I didn't hear it.
I was gonna say I had an idea for him. I think Alfie needs to get on stage and do the Alfie.
Do the Alfie?
Yes,
I
you
don't
should
think that's
perform
a
tricks.
thing. Is it a thing?
Sure it is. It's him performing tricks.
He might have passed out.
Might have. Uh, you know what? We'll say that Alfie excuses himself for not feeling well and steps away.
He ate something bad from the buffet table.
Yeah. Alfie steps off. Weirdly enough, you did get a point with iteration. 177. Owak? What would you like to do at the start of the third round?
What do we know about this Aspis consortium? Iteration 177 works for them or something?
Yeah.
He petitions them. What are they? Or like, what do they do?
Uh, oh, doesn't say.
Alright, well, he's an android. Let's go talk to him.
Okay, okay. Weird.
Weird.
Uh, Good evening.
Hello.
I see you just met one of my crewmates, D13. Interesting character, isn't he?
Absolutely. I am Iteration 117. Pleasure to meet you.
Okay,
And
we really don't know anything about the Aspis Consortium. Is there anything on
I mean, there's literally nothing in his description, in the background.
That's weird.
There's nothing. Like, even when you do get a like culture check on him, all it says is he's a relative newcomer to the consortium. Um, in addition to making waves by urging the consortium to support starfinders. He has interest in religious artifacts and connection. That's it.
Alright. So, alright, talking to him. Should have just had it.
Ah,
You like seeing what our crew has done for the Starfinders? Like, what would you like to see the Starfinders do these days? Or what can the Starfinders do for you?
well, the consortium has a lot of different interests in a lot of different things. But as you can
Can I
probably
tell you about
guess,
E13's last mission? It was a very interesting one on a lost ship.
please do gale me with that story.
Uh, Tell them about the whole ghost ship incident and the ethereal storm and its like demons.
All right. Give me a diplomacy check to try to tell an impressive story,
Nah.
or mysticism to talk about the intricacy.
We're gonna talk about the demons and stuff.
Well, the um,
It's religion, right? So
well,
yeah.
yeah, you could talk, but you could talk about mysticism and talk about like the Drift Dead and like Bill and things like that.
Yeah, I'll throw mysticism on that. 17.
Fascinating. And encountered these things? Have any documentation of these things?
We've got video recordings and a few artifacts from their ship.
Honestly, artifacts recovered from a lost vessel. That's quite the find.
Yeah, a few pieces of robot. The captain's armor, actually. We needed to do some things with that while we were on board.
Shatha battle armor. That would be quite the piece to have. Is it still functioning?
I believe it could be.
That certainly is fascinating. I'd love to hear more of your tales from your various missions.
Sure.
So we'll cut there for the time being, but that counts best for him. Boba.
Yes, sir.
Zoe is being turned around by Eden's clever cajoling, and is now more interested in talking to you about your role in future entertainment endeavors.
Mm-hmm.
Could you keep talking to him, or you could switch to someone else? Up to you.
Yeah, why not? He's only one person away. One hit away. And maybe I'll not roll a 3.
Quite possibly. So where do you see yourself in the entertainment business? Do you see yourself as a leading lady, as a pretty face? What are you interested in, doll?
I see myself as a captain, a leader.
That kind of already what you do.
Yeah. But to be honest, I would have the experience to back up the acting.
That's true. That's true. This one's clever.
I can make sure that the things that we're saying are right and people will be on board and I can tell it in an exciting and engaging way.
Now we do have some fans who are all about the particulars. You gotta be accurate with not just entertaining.
I can totally help you fact check things. At least when it comes to leading.
Help me
And
with
being...
one of your stories. Maybe we can use it for a future pilot.
Ooh, yes. Okay. Can I just roll?
Sure.
Please,
What
not.
is your
You serious?
Wow.
I am not rolling well today. Oh, of course,
Second
the
one was
second
good.
roll. Fuck's sake. All right, so I got a 15.
No, it's a good story. It's a good story, but not dashing enough, not dangerous enough. You know, not like you hunted down someone who nearly beat you to a pulp and you overcome him in the end. You know, you were investigating some missing person and they narrowly escaped. You know, something like that.
I just prefer to, talk to people and make them not fight me in the first place. Like I did with that
No one wants to
captain that
see
they
a
were
show
telling
about
you about.
talking. Like
Except for when they're clever.
Like if this were being recorded right now, nobody be watching it. Be boring, boring. I say. Well, except for yours truly being on stage. Hey.
Let's see. I don't know what else I would be able to do.
Yeah, that's not quite a success.
I am rolling horribly today.
I know,
don't
it
know.
sucks. It sucks.
This is what I'm good at.
All right.
All right. I guess maybe I could just, I'm gonna take a page out of your book, Mike, and I'm gonna smack the table with my.
Oh my God. So you go into your.
I'm gonna do it.
You
It's
go into
mahogany.
your pocketbook, pull out a crystal, or do you not even do that? You just summon your blade and cut.
Yes.
Okay. give me uh give me a weapon attack.
Oh my god.
I don't know what's going on, Mike.
How did you roll an 8?
Because I rolled a fucking 2!
She rolled
I
a
did not roll
2.
higher than a 4 this entire night.
You rolled higher when you didn't mean to roll, unfortunately.
Yeah, can we take that 19 as my next roll?
Everyone takes a step back. Hey, young lady. Let's talk about this. I'm sure you'd be great for show business. Your stories are very entertaining.
Can I roll to intimidate now?
You can come back to that if you'd like. That's,
I don't even know if I should even fucking try anymore. I clearly can't roll for shit tonight.
yeah, we're gonna switch
Keep
to
going.
Eden real quick. Eden, what do you do?
I'm gonna take my leave here
Okay.
and try and go to just go to Nyaj.
Okay.
I tell Zoe, hey, have your people talk to my people.
He just like shoot.
All right, I'm out.
Hey, Eden, what's happening over there?
Just Boba being frustrated, I guess. She's trying to get into the media business there, and it's not looking good.
Well, that's certainly one way in, I guess.
Hey, Boba's she does what she does. Sometimes she can be very diplomatic, and sometimes, not.
Yes, Gorbash had already told me that she was essential in getting you out of a firefight.
Indeed, she was. She did actually do that, and we were able to work with the captain of the other ship that we befriended, and they helped us during our mission. It was actually very invaluable to the Starfinders.
Good to hear. And what of you? What are you been working on?
Um, Currently, just trying to win the favors of all these people here. Hopefully, help everybody, help the Starfinder Society grow.
Well, some of them can. Some of them, I think, just like to hear themselves talk. And she kind of looks over at Zoe.
He for sure. He is definitely a showy guy. He doesn't seem too bad though. Hopefully,
Yeah, well, it's hard to trust an Eoxian.
his heart's in the right place, or wherever it is. Maybe.
Sure, it even has a heart.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, maybe I don't know. It's alive, so I guess maybe I don't know.
Undead. There's a difference.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know where his heart would be, but anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So trying to be diplomatic here with everybody else.
Look,
Well, thank you. Should I kind of want to do a diplomatic check on her? Would that work?
sure.
All right, where's my diplomacy? Hmm. Unfortunately, I don't have any diplomacy buff.
Well, you're gonna need a lot of luck, so certainly can take it with you. Better in future conversations.
Thank you.
She kind of goes back to reading her data pad. D13. You're making
Alright.
you're making your rounds.
I need the assistance of Alfie.
He's not here.
Alfie has left the building, folks.
I I guess it's Gorbash.
Wait, what?
Alfie's not here, so I need you now. You're gonna take Alfie's place.
God.
You just need to stand right here.
Wait,
So he goes. D13 comes up to you and says, "I need you to stand over here by the podium."
I can do that now, right? I just do it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I swear to God, D13,
Put this apple on your head.
you better not miss.
I come over here. May I have that bullet?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And I go over here. And
The two guards get her down onto the table. They see you line up their sight. Radishan starts running at you like, "What are you?"
do I hit the apple?
You core the apple perfectly as it rolls off his head.
Did we already finish this guy?
No,
No.
you were one step away
Perfect.
from finishing him.
I have to take the shell of that bullet. I would like to have been Alfie that I shot the apple off my head, but you can keep this as a souvenir. And I give him the shell.
Whoa. Hey, thanks, kid. That's pretty impressive shot. You think you could do it again?
Yeah. What do you want me to shoot?
Well, let's talk about that later. Now, let's just talk about your future. And he kind of takes his arm around your shoulder. And, yeah. So you guys have finally succeeded in getting so. Why you wanted the media conglomerate on your side, I'm not exactly sure, but this is funny.
I thought we were just supposed to get all of them.
Yeah, just who you prioritize was interesting. Okay. Gorbach.
That's because I think it's because we piled up on him first and we prioritized
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's true.
I figured we
Gorbach.
could easily use Alfie's media capabilities.
Work out to some extent.
All right, let me see here. What do we got? Where our list is at?
Bullet well spent.
That was amazing. Like that, just that series of exchanges. If anyone followed you around the room, which I'm sure one of the guards did, like just because they saw you packing your rifle, like just like saw you walk up to somebody, hand them a bullet, walk up to a different, and like slip away without them noticing, walk up to a different person, backflip, walk up to another person, say, "Hey, I need your help," pull them over, put an apple. Oh no, yeah, backflip away with an apple. Put an apple on someone else's head. Walk to the elevator and fire. I'm guessing catching your shell, walking over to yet another person, handing them the shell, then walking off with them.
Yeah.
All right.
that's set up.
I'm gonna start talking to this new guy. You guys take care of Nash.
Okay.
Wait, is he just sitting there by himself? Or talking
Yeah,
with this
he's
new
taking
guy?
some food off a plate that the server has, and then kind of turns to you. That
Okay.
was quite impressive.
It was. He is very, very good with a rifle.
I
Have
guess
had
that's-
first-hand experience with that.
I guess that's why you trusted him.
Yes. I've seen his exploits.
I'm sure Jeru would not have appreciated me using him in that quite that way. In fact, I'm certain of it. I'm Yikris. Nice to meet you.
Yes, Gorbosh of the Starfinders.
How long have you been a member of the Starfinders?
Not too long, actually. Me and my crew were some of the newer additions.
And already you're quite so talented.
We're all very good at what we do.
Some of us are good at what we do.
And what more could you tell me about the Starfinders? How are you liking your interactions with them?
They're interesting, good. There is no lack of excitement with the Starfinders.
How would you compare it to the Veskarium organization and its combat readiness, I guess?
Well, I would say the Veskarian Empire is much more armed, but that's because we are slightly more aggressive. We do like to fight.
Yes, the more I hear about your people, the interesting they become. It's different from my people, but in some ways quite similar. You uh, not just conquer, but create symbiotic relationships with the people who you control of or add to your Vescaria. Is that right?
Yes,
They're
that's
not
right.
eliminated,
So,
but incorporated.
yeah, they are incorporated. For more people we add, the stronger we become. Though I will say we need to work on the naming of our planets a bit more.
Yes, pretty rudimentary methodology, I would say.
It's simple, but lacks the diversity that I see here in the Pack Worlds.
And what of your technology?
I will say our technology is quite good. It has helped us, as you've seen, conquer many planets. But as
And how would you rate technology levels of the Starfighter Society?
I would rate it fairly high, but the purpose of the Starfighters I see is much different than what the purpose of the the Vesperian Empire wants to do. You were much more diplomatic and more for exploration.
And you personally, what are your interests?
My interests? I would say I am more of a combat man. Like many others from my of my people, I fought in the military, and Starfinders seemed like a good way to get out, find different avenues, also building relationships.
I'm gonna need you to give me some kind of check for something.
All right, yeah. Let's see what we got here. Something that helps with this, or at least related as well. The acrobatics, athletics, bluff, computers, culture. You know what? Let's just try this. This works. Hey!
Nice.
That was more of a diplomatic conversation, so that's why I chose it.
Yep. Uh, yeah, he finds you, interesting and good to talk to. He hears that you speak well of the Starfighters and It's well spoken. Good job.
Good, you mean good roll.
Good roll. Oh, Hog.
Yeah. So what's
Did find the consortium if you would like to ask about it.
curious, but I've done 177 now, so I need to move on.
Okay.
What is Nyaj up to?
She is talking with and is helping up the first seeker. Got pinned down by the guards.
Get down, President.
I guess I gotta talk to her.
Okay.
Oh, that added extra excitement to the evening.
Should say it did. First seeker, are you okay? If it weren't for the bruising of the gods, I think I would have been fine. Thank you for your interest, Ayaji. I'm sure you're fine. I am fine. Do not worry. Relax. The party get overzealous sometimes. Takes off with her bodyguards. Talk to some other people. Kind of turns around and looks at you. Can you keep him under any kind of control?
Maybe mind control.
Well, I would recommend trying it sometime. Get firing a weapon in the middle of a gala.
Definitely on the list of spells to learn. Uh, but that's all in due time. Starfinder's always so busy. You're a venture captain yourself.
Yeah, I barely have time for this gala.
Busy day and night with that line of duty.
What was your question?
I was just asking if she was always busy with that line of duty, being a venture captain and all.
Yeah, you could say it keeps me pretty busy, pretty much 24/7. A lot to manage the younger Starfinder, especially since I'm one of the most senior venture captains. The other venture captains come up to me and are looking for help or support or information or guidance or leadership.
Sounds like you need an assistant, or a better computer assistant.
Why? You offering to be my my personal assistant?
Well, that sounds interesting. I find my field work is more helpful to the Starfinders. I was just gonna say, uh, I don't even know anymore.
Well, if you could find some way to make my computer systems more efficient, probably be helpful.
I could probably do that actually. Um, I just need a connection and I can take a look at things.
You want a connection? Here. She takes off the watch that she has that she's been like constantly checking and passes it to you. And when you kind of she like puts it on your wrist when you do, it immediately like, pops up a display that you couldn't see before. And it just has a constant running feed of new informations and new people contacting her, questions coming up.
Oh my, I need to get one of these. All types of information. Yes, we could sort this into an automated database for you.
you could find some way to prioritize certain data forms based on points of contact and urgency of the content of the while maintaining the encryption uh, of the of the database. That would be really helpful.
I'm sure I can set up a basic AI that can learn your routines and help you sort things. Should I try computers?
Yeah. Go ahead.
18.
And so she kind of looks over your shoulder and like kind of holds on to like a lower part of like she kind of like holds onto your wrists as you're working on it and kind of gives you like some comments and tips as you're editing things so she can like continue to see what you're and the two of you actually take some time and put together automated AI to kind of sort through her email for her to give her a better system.
Cool. We're at the top turn round 4, right?
Yep. Right, Boba.
Yes.
And I will actually tell you guys that she has Ayaji actually had one to begin with because you on the mission that she sent you on. Have actually arranged four for her.
Yes.
Cool.
Boba, who would you like to interact with?
I would like to come and talk with you, Chris.
Right. So he's engaged with a conversation with Boba and approach or with Gorbash.
Mhm.
And sees you approach. Ah, you are one of the captains of the Starfinders. Am I right?
Correct.
But not a venture captain.
Would I know what the difference is?
You would. Venture captains are like higher ranking in the organizational structure. They basically assign people. So Arvin and Nyaja are both venture captains.
Ah, okay. So
They're
I
not
answer
quite
him.
faction leaders, but they're Starfinders.
Okay. So I pretty much like snap to attention, click my heels together, and be like, nope, but I'm working my way there, sir.
Quite the admirable position to be in. And what interests and motivates you? What are your personal hobbies?
I I enjoy working out complicated puzzles with my, as in tactics and piloting my ship and things like that. Like just the other day, we ended up in a really curious tangle, and I managed to not only talk our way out of it, but also became friends with the captain that was challenging me, and he joined us on our quest.
That is quite unique. Uh, quite a method of going about it. I guess it does keep things from getting too messy.
I prefer not to have to replace parts of our ships on the regular.
I hear ship parts are expensive. I don't know much about ship life, though. I not of the station. Say, a
Why don't
little
you tell me
unnerving to
about
be off planet.
really? Why don't you tell me a little bit about your home?
My home is interesting. I don't really talk about it, but I can tell you about my work.
That sounds excellent. Why not talk about that?
Actually, I work for Cersicor Labs. We're a biotech firm. Work on neural connections.
Merrill
Uh,
connections?
neural connections.
Merrill.
Cybernetic and biotech connections with the brain of various species. I'm one of their leading experts, actually.
Quite impressive.
Well, you know, it's not that difficult when, and he kind of pulls his pony. He reaches up, grabs the ponytail on him, and kind of points to the back of his neck. And you see an spectral being. Um, it's an isopod kind of built into the spine of the elf that you're talking to, or half
Would
elf.
it? Would I know if it was culturally appropriate to say hello to both of
Um,
them, like separately, or just assume that talking to the host is like talking to symbiote?
uh, give me a culture.
Oh, it's gonna be rough. Let's see. Oh, not terrible.
Um, when the being you're talking to is uh the quote unquote parasitic organism. Chris is that creature.
Okay.
Uh, it's it is considered impolite to talk to the host and not him.
Okay. So I basically just am like, that's fascinating. Would you feel uncomfortable telling me more about your work and how that all fits together?
Well, I have a natural affinity for linking with minds, as you can see, and we use what is researched about my species and our knowledge of neural pathways to create cybernetic enhancements and biotech augmentations. It not just helps with mind linking, but also impacts how um, cybernetic limbs and whatnot function at a normal standard rate, so that say one of your arms were to blow off, and you were to get a cybernetic replacement, you would want that arm to react as fast, if not faster, than the one you already have. Correct?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what our work does. We make sure that that neural network and any other connections to that entity's mind function as quickly and as effectively as any other would before.
So barring any limbs being shot off, is there any cybernetic enhancements you would suggest that I get?
Um, there could be a number of them. It depends on what you're looking for.
Something that would make me more formidable in battle.
Well, I can certainly see from your musculature that strength is not necessarily an issue for you. I know the Kashatha are fairly, oh, does one put it, busts of a being. How is your reflexes, your ability to maintain balance? And
Balance might be an issue.
that's certainly one way we could increase by increasing your neural networks to react and respond faster, so that you have stronger reflex, to say.
That does sound interesting. I might have to check that out. Thank you.
Of course. Enough about me. What about yourself? What have you found most valuable about your time with the Starfinder system?
I've learned a lot. I've joined up with the historian. I know
The
her
data
name is
files.
historian. The data files, and I've been learning a lot and learning how to pilot a ship and or to be a captain on a ship and inspire the people that I work with, and it's been good fun.
Curious. And any interesting news about the Starfinders? Maybe you could let me know about what the announcement is gonna be early.
Do I know what the announcement?
Know what the announcement is?
Guys, do we know what the announcement was? I don't think we figured it out yet.
I don't think so.
Okay. Alas, I am in the dark as much as you, but I do eagerly await for it.
All right. So it sounds like you've mostly been using diplomacy at this point. What's the other
Yeah.
skill that you'd like to use? Uh, Gorbash already did succeed with the diplomacy for this guy. Get a -2 to
Okay.
roll 5. Hey, look at that! Awesome.
Plus. Do I need
Oh,
extra?
thank God.
I thought you were attuned to bluff.
Oh, that's right. It's bluff.
So yeah, you are good.
Finally.
Actually, that is high enough. You get 2 successes.
Yes!
I'll say that the
kind
second
of.
success is due to the fact that you appropriately interacted with him and not with his host.
Yep.
Well done.
Sweet.
Eden.
All right. I'm gonna go and interact with Igris.
And who is this another member of your crew, Boba? Being introduced to a lot of people. I am Ygritte. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And how was your time with the society?
It actually has been pretty great for me. I am a Solarian monk, and I've been wanting to join the Starfinder so I could travel around and experience new things and learn the ways of the universe.
Curious. And what has your discoveries brought you thus far?
Well, I've been able to meet a lot of new people, new races, uh, and a lot of personal growth.
Um, well, perhaps you can enlighten me on some Starfinder gossip. Your captain here seems to be in the dark, but maybe out for seeking knowledge could tell me more about goings on around the society.
Well, I do have some little tidbits that I know of. As a person of an investing corporation in the Starfinders, I would say you guys should probably keep on doing that because I think we're gonna be getting some good returns here.
Oh, is there something more about your future that I should know about?
Well, it's we're still keeping it on the down low right now.
Oh, yes,
We
yes,
don't.
of
Yeah,
course,
it's
of
it's
course.
very secret information for the Starfinders, so I can't reveal a lot. But I'm just telling you right now, investing here would definitely be to your advantage.
But you can tell me something. It doesn't have to be big. I don't want to get you in trouble, but between comrades. I, of course, will continue to invest in the Starfinders. I find your work valuable and to be a very necessary uh, interaction for the Cersei Core labs. It's perhaps I could some work for you if you were to let me know more about more work you have coming up.
Well, actually, that would be great. As
Oh,
neural. Well, I don't really know their neural stuff yet because I wasn't here for that.
but so as I said, Cersei Core Labs would be happy to help you if you were to, let me know about what you know.
Well, yeah, right now I can't yet, but I will definitely keep you guys in contact, and you'll know more soon. But definitely investment opportunity here.
Okay, is this a bluff?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. I was trying to see if you would outright lie to him and use that as a bluff, but alright, we'll let this count. Go ahead and give
Well,
me a
I'm
bluff
totally
check.
bluffing. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know anything about investing. I'm a monk.
Go ahead and give me a bluff check.
Ugh,
Oh no.
Give me that side roll.
that is the side roll.
Oh, that's with the side roll. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a low. That's a low one.
That's low. He
It's
says,
too
Wait,
low.
are you still talking to your Chris?
Icarus, yeah.
Yeah, hey
Oh, yeah,
Chris,
but
I'm
I'm
talking to you, Chris.
really not for
Trying
now.
to get him, but I'm too low on this one. I suck.
Well, you let me know. You'll let me know when you know, right?
I definitely will.
Great, and I'll let you know when you know what I know.
That makes
You know?
definite sense. I do know. Yeah. You'll know when I know that you know you know.
Wonderful. And he turns back to talking to Boba about something. D13, what do you want to do?
Roll a 3.
Who's at 3 right now?
Chris, the guy that everyone is kind of swarmed around, and is at 3, and iteration 177 is at 2.
I guess I'll finish off. Yes.
Please don't leave it.
So, wait, finish him off? No, we don't want you to kill him.
Finish him off.
So what are you doing? So you approach, and Chris kind of turns around and says, "Ah, I'm quite popular all of the sudden. Chris, wonderful to meet you. Why,
D13. Seems like you have a sharp eye. How good are you with the pistol?
my pursuits are not of the combat variety, more of the biotech variety. You, my dear friend, are definitely of the biotech variety. Very interesting form you have for an android.
Yes.
Have you run many tests on it? I know many androids fail to do proper research on their own bodily functions or after their
I have
inhabitants
ran
of the body.
physical and mental tests, pushing the limits, as you seen me demonstrate earlier.
Yes, that was an interesting demonstration. It
Speaking
was a
of
fine
pushing the
shot you
limit,
had.
the reason why I asked you if you're proficient with pistol, you saw that I could aim. I also can dodge.
Huh.
Oh my god.
I'll
Do
take the
you,
gun.
do you care to test out my skills? And I hand him a laser pistol.
Well, I don't I would be best suited for this, but there was someone who could. Jiru? And he kind of like perks up and like before like he was barely holding the pistol. Like the moment his body kind of goes erect, uh, the pistol like slips right into the right proper position, flips off the safety, and has it pointed at your head.
I do.
So
Maybe towards the stage.
Did you just say do it?
he sidesteps between each of you, and starts to follow D13. Never leaves D13's like line of sight. Um, and you just hear him yell, "Guards, move!" The guards are like, "What the shit?" And they also get their weapons out and are like kind of flanking everybody.
Again.
And he waits till the guards out of the way, but the moment they cross the blue, the moment their foot steps past the blue carpet, he fires.
I don't know. What do you want me to roll?
Roll me a reflex save.
Alright. Go. That's right. Come on. Please work. Damn it, really?
You just got shot,
What
bro.
pistol did you just hand me?
Just a normal pistol. It's a bullshit roll.
All right, how much damage does it do?
Oh goodness.
1d4.
Okay, not only do you get shot for 2 points of damage from the pistol, there is a dagger. No, there is a scalpel, not a dagger, a scalpel that has pinned part of your clothes to the floor the moment you hit the ground. And you just see him with the pistol in one hand and his other hand kind of flung out, pointed at you. And he takes the pistol, ejects the battery out of it, grabs the battery, tosses it one way, tosses the pistol another way, walks over to you and offers a hand up.
Well, that was surprising.
And you can kind of see his demeanor kind of shifts on his face. He says, "Boy, I can't tell if you're crazy or stupid."
Both.
It's a good thing that I also practice medicine.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Tell me more about that. And he kind of pulls you over and asks questions about your medicine studies. Give me a medicine check.
Please, Mike. Please do it, Mike.
Wait, I don't think I updated it. No, I did not change that. What this?
God.
That's flipping hilarious.
Okay.
I have some medicine too if you need some help.
Holy crap.
Oh, thank God.
You could have started with that.
No, they didn't even know who's to treat.
You could have just talked to him about medicine.
That seems boring.
Oh my god. You succeed. And you definitely have his interest. Alright. We're not gonna have enough time to for you to really get enough out of iteration 177.
Yeah.
So as you kind of are going over to talk to him, you actually see your you Radisham up here, actually by the stage, and kind of gestures for kind of makes eye contact with each of you and gestures to meet him over in the corner.
What you need.
We've got a situation.
I know.
The situation.
I got shot.
No, not you. You're enough of a situation. Got worse one. I've been following rumors of a somewhat notorious assassin who only recently showed up on Absalom Station. I just heard from one of my contacts that signs point to the first seeker as Assassin's first target. Or next target.
Well, I've been here for a while, so your informant's pretty wrong. This is why they're rumors.
C-13, I've been following you since you joined the Starfighters. You're not the assassin that I'm worried about. Also, this one is pretty hard to pin down. I've got enough security here that no one is really in any danger. And besides, Luwazi's no stranger to a fight. But I'd look really bad if the society, uh, someone took a shot at her in front of all these higher ups. You know what I mean? Not that one didn't. But, on the other hand, if a team of crack starfinders were to investigate the rumors and unmask the assassin, show what we still that we can still hold our own and add some gravitas. First Seeker's announcement at night.
Do you have a name for this assassin? Do an
That I
alias
do.
will work?
Alias of this assassin is Triolita.
Zoom tight.
Trioleta. 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 How I'm gonna pronounce it from now on. A hard to trace individual, but we tracked her down to a rented engineering bay in the Sparks.
I make her my mark.
I was reading the first Seeker. I said she. He's an assassin. He provides so um, he provides an address and urges you guys to check out the location and hope that you can find some evidence to identify the assassin. Oh no, it is a her. Sorry.
Yeah,
By her
don't
plan.
assume her
It
gender.
is a gender swapping assassin.
I just kept misreading it, reading it. That's all. They're agented. I don't know, but it says her here. Um, once you checked out the space, contact me via comm unit. So then our next steps.
Or just to locate her first.
Well, if she's an assassin, target, obvious she'd be.
Alright.
I'll keep an eye on things here. Sneak out, head to the Sparks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
good.
think I can do this solo.
From the last sniper fight you had, I don't think so.
This person's a professional assassin.
Before you go, you might want to take these. Um, he pulls out a pair of flash grenades, level 2.
Yeah, I'm taking these.
A fang blade, um, a set of Alliance series armor,
Ooh.
and he says, "And for doing really well at the gala, here's your payment." And you get paid 1,000 credits.
We did well.
Each or total?
Whole total.
Okay.
3,000 credits total.
Total.
All right.
Like 500 a person or something.
Yeah.
So in case you didn't hear the things that I said physically, besides the credits, Fang Blade, Flash Grenades level 2, and Elite Defiance series armor.
Ooh,
Ooh, look it up.
That's literally what I was doing right now.
Right.
And we're gonna call it there for tonight.
Fangblade is a tier 7 2d8 analog. Oh, and a 1d12. Never mind.
For the armor?
For the Fang Blade.
That's a Fangblade.
Oh, that's Fangblade.
Yeah, I'm
1d12.
trying to go through
Damn.
armor right now.
Whoa. Elite. The Defiance series Elite is a level 7. It's plus 10, plus 13.
Just,
It's
So
heavy
we
armor.
can't use it yet, right?
No,
We
we
can.
can. That's heavy armor.
yeah, it's
Oh.
heavy. So it's
The higher
10,
tier
13.
doesn't mean that you can't use it. It just means that it's higher. It's more badass than you are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that meant like
It's-
that was the minimum requirement of level.
Yeah.
It's just so that I can use it to
So-
limit how things you can buy.
I
So
use
I
heavy
would-
armor.
So,
That's probably. Yeah. Either me or Kat can use it.
And so can D13 and Gorbosh.
D13 uses heavy armor.
He
he's
can.
a soldier.
I don't know if he does.
I
thought he was
suspected he
all
would use
base
light
rated.
armor, considering his insane amount of dexterity that we would need for a ranged weapon.
He probably does wear light armor.
All right.
No,
Well,
he wears heavy.
Where?
we'll talk about this off air. But thanks everyone for watching, and tune in next week for more Anomalies of the Vast.
Yay.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Sayonara.